Hello there. This is my presentation about virtual reality and computer interaction. So, any interaction between a human and a machine is feedback. Even putting the cursor on the screen is the right place by moving a mouse is a feedback process. Perhaps the most interesting human-computer interaction challenge is virtual reality. So, what is virtual reality? Here the computer generates an artificial world with which it communicates with the human. Most of us are familiar with what a virtual reality environment looks like, and we can see it using 3D goggles or a cave, which is a room where the world is projected onto the walls. Adding realistic sounds is easy, and being able to smell the virtual world can be also done. Because of these features, it feels real. But the most interesting challenge is enabling human to touch and feel items in the virtual world. If the human moves his head, for instance, then he is looking somewhere else in the world, so the computer needs to know about the movement and send the revised version of the world to the human. A different view, the sounds may also change, etc. This is very much a feedback process. Related to this augmented reality, when the computer conveys images of the real world onto which extra information is added, head-up displays for pilots in cockpits are an example. So, haptic science, the science of touch. In some of these later applications, it's not only important for the human to see what's happening, but also to feel it. One of the specialties at reading is haptics, which is about touch. Here you might want to be able to feel different surfaces. Are they smooth or rough? If you are trying to get a robot to move something, you may need to know how much force to apply, so we need to get force feedback. When we pick up an egg, for instance, we need to grip it sufficiently firmly so that it doesn't fall from our fingers. But if we press too hard, it breaks. Our fingertips have sensitive sensors, and without realizing, we just know how to grip sufficiently firmly so that the egg does not quite slip. This is a feedback process. What are haptic devices? Haptic devices are electronic devices that allow users to receive tactile feedback from virtual or remote environments. These devices use different types of technology, such as vibrations, forces, and pressure, to create sensations that simulate touch and texture. Haptic devices are used in a wide range of applications, including gaming, simulation, training, and rehabilitation. They provide users with a more impressive and realistic experience by allowing them to feel and interact with virtual objects as if they were real. Some examples of haptic devices include: first, haptic gloves. These are gloves that contain sensors and actuators that provide users with feedback through vibrations or pressure. Second, haptic vests. These are vests that contain a network of vibrating motors that simulate the feeling of impact, such as explosions or collisions. Third, haptic joysticks. These are joysticks that provide force feedback to use when they move the joystick, such as resistance or vibration. The fourth, haptic styluses. There are styluses that provide feedback to users when they draw or write on a touchscreen, such as simulating the resistance of pen and paper. Haptic technology is continually evolving, and new applications for haptic devices are being developed all the time. You can search on them on the internet. So, virtual reality, how it can improve our lives. Virtual reality has the potential to improve our lives in many ways. Here are some examples. First, education. Virtual reality can provide impressive and engaging learning experiences for students, enabling them to explore complex concepts and ideas in a more interactive and dynamic way. Second, healthcare. Virtual reality can be used for pain management, rehabilitation, and therapy for various conditions. It can also be used for medical training, allowing medical professionals to practice procedures and techniques in a safe and controlled environment. The third, entertainment. Virtual reality can provide new exciting forms of entertainment such as virtual concepts, gaming, and impressive storytelling experience. Fourth, tourism. Virtual reality can allow people to explore different parts of the world and experience new cultures without leaving their homes, making travel more accessible and affordable. 5. Work and collaboration. Virtual reality can enable Virtual reality can enable remote teams to collaborate more effectively and efficiently by creating virtual meeting spaces and enable real-time collaboration on projects. Environmental simulation. Virtual reality can provide simulations on real-world environments, allowing researchers and policymakers policymakers to explore the potential impact of different policies and scenarios of the environment and ecosystems. So overall, virtual reality has the potential to improve our lives by providing new, innovative ways to learn, work, play, and connect with others, while also providing solutions to real-world challenges in fields such as healthcare and environmental management.